Oh yeah, Disney is done taking risks with Star Wars directors. Heads are gonna roll and roll and roll and roll.
Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the mother thanks I get. Hello, I started this gangster shit. And this the mother thanks I
Hey, welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I'm a comic book artist with 25 years experience. I'm the creator of Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the Smash Hit Indiegogo Sensation campaign. It's going on right now. If you'd like to buy a copy of Cyberfrog Blood Honey, I'd love it. The link is below in the description, and you'll love it too. I am the illustrator of Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules for Life and a great big Star Wars fan, which is why I find myself caught in the garbage tier movie web like a struggling fly. Oh no, coming to my parlor, says Kevin Berwick to EVS. Alright, let's see here. We got these guys. Disney is done taking risks with Star Wars directors. That's probably smart. I mean, that this is more evidence that they've gotten rid of Darthleen Kennedy, that they've sent her packing. Yesterday they announced that all of the solo movies, all of these little kind of spin-off movies, they had 9 of them, we last heard, have been scrapped. And they are going to make new plans. So that sounds reassuring, right? Look at him. He's like,
and then she cut him off and she held him in front of me and said, "These are mine now, Ryan, and you're not getting them back." And then,
dude, she's right over there. Hi, Mrs. Kennedy. Hi. Yeah, that would be a good thing to actually hire directors that know what they're doing. Ryan Johnson directed The Looper, or is it Looper? Who knows? I saw that movie. It was terrible. And it's like they hired Lawrence Kasdan to write the screenplay to solo a Star Wars story. Lawrence Kasdan, what a great writer. I mean, he wrote Empire Strikes Back. Certainly, he has the pedigree to write another Star Wars film. He's got gravitas. He's got heft and weight. Instead, he said, "You know what? I'm busy. I'm going to hand this off to my no good beatnik son, John Kasdan." John Kasdan, he's written before. He wrote 3 episodes of Dawson's Creek 20 years ago. Hey, John, could you put down the bong and write a little solo?
"Yes, Dad."
And that's what happened. He wrote the worst Star Wars movie of all time. Is it the worst movie of all time? No. Ryan Johnson wrote the worst Star Wars movie of all time. John Kasdan only wrote the first Star Wars film to ever lose money of all time. So these are important things to think about when we push forward with this article. Disney has had a lot of luck working with new directors in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is excellent prose, Kevin Berwick. It's the kind of thing that we've come to expect from you. Taiki Waititi, Ryan Coogler, and James Gunn have all brought massive success to Disney and the MCU by stepping out of the box and showing well-known characters in a different light. However, when it comes to working with the Star Wars franchise, it seems Disney will now step away from taking chances with newer directors. Step away. Just step away. And just let him bounce to a stop in a corner somewhere. Just step away from him. Enough. It seems Disney will now step away from taking chances with newer directors, according to a recent report. How do I get on this? What do you recent report? Recent report by the FBI? How do I get these recent reports that Kevin Berwick gets? I want recent reports on Star Wars. I want them fresh as a morning chicken egg. I want them every single day. I want to know all the recent reports, wherever they come from. I feel like I'm entitled to them. As host of Comic Artist Pro Secrets on YouTube, I need them. It is important. Alright, so it is now rumored that Lucasfilm will only use proven veteran talent who they know can handle a big budget Star Wars production. Guess that means Ethan Van Sciver is out of the question. MovieWeb basically at this point just exists to troll this YouTube channel. That's what they do. They constantly, they. I don't know. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why. According to Star Wars News. I could do it. According to Star Wars News.net, the days of Disney and Lucasfilm experimenting with younger directors, that has got to be porn. Lucasfilm experimenting with younger directors. That is definitely a porno link, and I'm not clicking it. Nice try, Kevin. Are over. A quick glance at what has happened since Disney acquired Lucasfilm seems to prove that, even without making an announcement. But what exactly constitutes a veteran director for the studio? I suppose it's somebody who served their country, right? Somebody who fought in a war, perhaps, took a wound. Veteran director. Wears a hat, says they've been to the Gulf War or Vietnam, Korea. Rian Johnson had only a few credits to his name before tackling The Last Jedi and ruining it. He tackled it to the ground and kicked it, which, while it was a box office success, it was one of the most divisive Star Wars movies in franchise history, and he is now a pariah, hated by everyone. No? Oh, he's writing his own trilogy, of course. Of course that's what he's doing. Of course he's writing his own trilogy. That makes perfect sense. Colin Trevorrow, who has the coolest name outside of a comic book, already had great success with Jurassic World, and he ended up leaving the development process of Star Wars 9, later calling Lucasfilm acidic. Well, that's even better than toxic. And the best thing is you can lisp it. You can say to a soy boy, you can say, you know what? You're acidic. And that will devastate them. You can lisp devastate. I hope you're devastated. So that's good. Trevorrow signed up August of 2015 and wrote the screenplay for the third and final installment of the latest trilogy with Derek Connolly, only to be let go at the beginning of this year and replaced with J.J. Abrams, who directed 2015's The Force Awakens. Gareth Edwards had Godzilla under his belt. Oh, that's why the ladies like him, I guess. Which was a pretty massive production. But he was replaced during the reshoots and editing process for Rogue One by Tony Gilroy. Chris Miller and Phil Lord, previously believed dead by Comic Artist Pro Secrets. We did. We thought that we had suspicion and reason to believe that Chris Miller and Phil Lord had been murdered by Lucasfilm, probably at Kathleen Kennedy's orders, because they disappeared shortly after being fired from Solo for no particular reason. We did believe that they had been murdered, but then they kind of popped up. Chris Miller popped up on Twitter to make fun of the failure of Solo at the box office. I was happy to see him, and I said, "Oh my God, you're still alive! Oh, thank God, you're still alive. Where's Phil?" And Chris Miller said, "What?" They were odd choices from the beginning to be taking on Solo, a Star Wars story, but Lucasfilm and Disney backed them at the very beginning before firing them last summer and hiring Ron Howard to come in and reshoot nearly all the film. Lucasfilm obviously knows what they're doing when it comes to managing the Star Wars legacy, but it may be time to put as much trust as they did into that globular-skulled buffoon Rian Johnson, into other directors that they hired and later fired from a trebuchet into a brick wall. While Johnson's movie was controversial to say the least, it took chances and showed longtime fans a Star Wars film that they've never seen before and haven't seen since, and that is the problem. This isn't to say that what Ron Howard did with Solo was bad, or what Tony Gilroy did to those kids were bad. No, I mean, to the end of Rogue One was bad either. It's more of a commentary of how well Disney and Marvel Studios have worked with younger and less well-known directors to deliver the goods. Granted, the Lucasfilm and Disney relationship isn't as long as the Marvel ties, and Star Wars is probably the bigger franchise, but there's something to be said about taking chances and seeing them through to the end. We've reached the end. So we took a chance on Kathleen Kennedy. We took a chance on her. Lucas did. Disney did. We took a chance on her as a society. It is time to strap her to a rocket and fire her at Mars. Just fire her, just right into the sky. I don't even care if you're aiming at Mars. Don't aim for anything. Just fire her into the sky. It's time to bring in somebody who is qualified, who is less divisive and squirrely when it comes to hiring talent and working with talent. Somebody who can create great Star Wars movies, who will actually keep the promises that they make. When they say they're going to make a Lando Solo film starring Dong Lover, it'd be a good idea to call Dong Lover and say, "Hey, you loving Dong? You want to come and be Pando again? Ask him first before you make an announcement in France that you have to retract 3 hours later." We need somebody with steady nerves like that, somebody who can talk to the talent, somebody who can get them involved, can encourage them to do their very best work, can speak to the fandom, can unite them all in excitement and anticipation of what's to come, instead of frightening them and keeping them divided, in cages, angry with one another, fearing the future, fearing a round-headed director. This is what we need to do right now. We need to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, bring someone else in, and start over again. You can read more about the Disney and Lucasfilm saga and this is a link here. That link leads straight to midget porn. They're trying to fool you. Do not click any of the links here, okay? Thank you very much, Kevin Berwick, for another fine piece of journalism. Hello everyone, has anyone thanked you today? Well, let me be the first. I want to thank you guys for all of the support that you offer to this channel. Thank you so much. I mean, listen, just by clicking thumbs up on these videos, by liking them, by sharing them, by subscribing to this channel. Have you subscribed yet? Are you still subscribed? You should check out this YouTube. I don't know how they do this. They unsubscribe people out of the permission level like that. Just double check and make sure you're still subscribed. Ring that bell for notifications. I want to thank everyone who donates to the Patreon. You are funding this channel. I want to thank everyone who donates to the Super Chats during the live stream, people who attend my live stream. I want to thank people who buy t-shirts and hats on Crypto Fashion. I love it. And you guys send me photographs of yourself wearing the apparel on Twitter. That'd be fantastic. Thanks to everyone who has bought a copy of Cyberfrog Blood Honey. It's just a big hit. And thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you again soon with another video. I appreciate you. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there.